Hello everyone, I'm here with my thrift store finds. Um, Quite a decent stack. This was kind of a place that, lets me go into the back, and dig through thousands of records. Well, I did a video, I think a year ago, and here I am now, a year later, going back to that spot. And I'll show you what I found. I mean, nothing's like earth-shattering, like rare, you're not going to be able to find it. Just music that I enjoy, which that's what it's all about, right? Obviously, we all like the collectability of it and finding a rare gem. That's fun too, but, we still love music. The first one up is the best of Little Anthony and the Imperials. This is quite an upgrade. I have an original press of this, but it's just not that good shape. So this is a Liberty repress here, in really nice shape. A stupid plastic sleeve that'll probably go when I get more sleeves. This is really all I need by Little Anthony and the Imperials. Toto 4. Obviously, this is just a classic album. This is Still in the Shrink. Has, Rosanna and Africa on it. I listened to this morning. It sounded great. Sometimes I see that album all the time, and it just wasn't in the shape that I wanted it. And I'll wait for albums until they're perfect, and that one's pretty close. Gone with the Wind, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. This bad boy was really dirty. Like there's stickers all over it. I used some Goo Gone and got it off of there. And really kind of brought this cover back to life. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see the difference. And same with the record. The record took at least 3 cleanings. And now she's, a pretty solid VG Plus or better. I haven't listened to it yet. So, I think I have a 70s repress of this. But, they're not charging much for these, so I definitely wouldn't mind a nice reissue. Original, sorry. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. This is like the Columbia Specials records. So it has like Daddy Sang Bass and a whole bunch of songs on here. Man in Black. I just liked it. It was in the shrink. I think it's one of those TV specials type deals. Nice picture. Million Mile Reflections, Charlie Daniels Band, still in the shrink. I used to have this one. Decided to buy it back, Devil Went Down to Georgia type bit, probably overrated in some collections, but I just had to pick it up. Great shape. All of these are in pretty good shape. George Jones and Tammy Wynette, Let's Build a World Together on the Epic label. This is still on the, yellow Epic label. Used to have this one in my collection. Good to have it back. The Troublemaker, Willie Nelson. Still in the shrink. It's like they've never been played. I'm pretty sure this is Columbia, yeah. So, there's not too much to see. Just that standard 70s Columbia label. The Best of Willie Nelson. I used to have this one in my collection too. This is a United Artist press. I'm not a huge fan of the cover, but this one's also still in the shrink. But there's some good songs on this. Hello Walls and Funny How Time Slips Away. Now there's some really good tunes. Crazy. Yeah, so just some great songs that he wrote. Crosby, Stills and Nash. The front sticker has fallen off, but I will show this one. The record is really nice. I had this one, but it was warped. So I gave it the, got rid of it. But this is very clean. And you better pick these up because they're not on Spotify anymore. I don't use it that much anyway, so I wasn't too heartbroken. The real fans have it on vinyl anyway. Grover Washington Jr. Wine Light. I did not. I had this one but lost it in the flood. So it's good to get it back. He's fantastic. And his albums are cheap. This one I've never heard of. I just thought it looked cool. Gene Ammons. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Jug Sessions. It's just part of the jazz series. And this looked like it had never been played. So this is through Mercury Records. Sorry. You have to get over that. Nice polyline sleeves. So I'll have to give that a listen. It looked interesting, so I picked it up. They had some Elvis there. Anything Sun Records. I love it. The Complete Sun Sessions. This is through RCA, though. Typical kind of RCA black label. I'm pretty sure this is an 80s record. The Wonderful World of Elvis. This is a UK press on the Camden label. Whoop. And these didn't seem like they've ever been played. Just everything. Let's Be Friends, Flaming Stars on here. Tender Feeling, Rubberneckin'. Even his version of the Yellow Rose of Texas. This one was, the baggie was half open, but they were putting the baggies, the Tone Poets come in and other things. And I just finished opening it. And so this one, I don't think's ever been played. This is also a UK pressing, and Are You Lonesome Tonight is one of my favorites by Elvis. I'm not a huge Elvis fan, but I do have some albums by him. And the other ones look like the last LP has the same label, Camden label, RCA type deal. There were some other good songs on this too. I Can't Help Falling in Love, obviously. Blue Hawaii, Rock'n'Rolla Baby. And I just like the picture. It's a nice picture of Elvis. Alright. 20 times 40, I think that's the name of this bootleg. I've seen this name for a while of the Beatles. You'll see this in my Beatles update too. It was just kind of there, and I picked it up. I'm sure the sound quality is awful. I'm not even going to open it. It's just a simple white label on black vinyl. And here it is. But for a Beatles collector standpoint, I wasn't leaving it. Return to Forever featuring Chick Corea. Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy on Polydor. Cool cover. Chick Corea. Can you really go wrong? This had tape galore on it, and I got almost all of it off. This will go in a sleeve. The only part that sucked is it took just a little bit off. Somebody had taped it shut. So this is on Pear Records. Rock and Roll Giant, Bill Haley and His Comets. This is a 2-record set. Kind of just, budget album, but it has everything that you need for Bill Haley. I don't think I'll need anything else from him. I'll show that last. The Judds, Why Not Me? My mom always liked the Judds, and I really liked that song, Why Not Me? So I was like, well, what the hell? Picked it up. Pretty sure that's RCA as well. Whoop. These are from the second store. So, we'll get back to those. Now, my 2 guilty pleasures, but these are, 1989 pressings, okay? So don't judge too harshly. Barry Manilow's Greatest Hits Volume 1, still in the shrink. These aren't worth a fortune, but you know, I don't see them. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen these in person. You can get them online, but for the price, I think this is Arista Records. And they sound pretty good. Anything, you know, late 80s or early 90s I like to pick up. And here's volume 2. I found this one first, actually, still in the shrink. Must have been the same owner, because they were just right together. If not, it was just by luck, I guess. Coincidence. But still in the shrink. I listened to these last night. Yes, I like a few songs. Guilty pleasure, now you know. Willie Nelson and Family, Honeysuckle Rose, the soundtrack. This is a double, I think it's a double album. Maybe it's not. No, single. It's just a gatefold. This is on Columbia Records as well. Pretty sure. Yep. You know what? This is a double record. I was right. 2 LP. This one I originally had in my collection as well. Willie and Family Live. This is a double album. This was good. I don't know why I ever decided to sell it. And now country seems to be going up in price. I was very surprised. Willie Nelson, Stardust. Another one I had in my collection. Little, must have been a sticker there at some point. But this is a white label promo. Yes, I'm going to open it. Sorry. And it has a gold stamp on the back as well. If you can see that. And there's the white label. Very, very thin record. But there it is. Another one I had on vinyl to have back in the collection. It's always on my mind. I think everybody should have this copy if you like Willie. Why I got rid of it, who knows. But now it's back. George Benson. You know, I always see this album all the time, but I decided, because everybody keeps talking about Breezin', it seems I've been seeing online, I decided to pick it up. Still in the shrink. Really good shape. It needs a sleeve on the Warner Brothers label. Prince, 1999. It's missing a record, though. I wish I would have realized that, but, you know, it was... And the cover's kind of falling apart, but the record's really good. So if I can find the other one... I mean, I'm not a huge Prince fan anyway, but I didn't want to leave it. But I didn't realize I should have looked at the back that it was a double album. So that was kind of a loss, on a dumb part on me. Fats Domino on Sunset Records. Great shape, except my label on side 2 is falling off. I'll have to, you know, kind of put some glue back on it, or just leave it the way it is. The legendary music man Fats Domino. This is like a candlelight music. I think it's like a TV type deal. It's a double record. Great shape. How are we doing on time? All right. I bought this one just because I never heard of the band, but literally I laughed at this title because I'm immature. Stanky Brown. I just had to pick it up. It's on Sire Records. I'm going to go to listen, see if I like it, but it just cracked me up. Wheels Are Turning, REO Speedwagon. I think it's Smith or Smythe. I think it's Smith. Minus Plus. I don't know. Saw it. Looked unique on Dunhill Records. Give that one a spin. My Foolish Heart, Sam Cooke. I never leave any Sam Cooke album behind. This is, I think, a 1979, issue. And just great shape. Alright, Dream with Dean. This was one I lost in the flood. This is partial shrink, but it's like it's never been played. And this album's great. I really recommend this. You know, it has Everybody Loves Somebody, Smile, Fools Rush In, just Blue Moon. I love Blue Moon. It's a great song. So, Somewhere There's a Someone. Dean Martin, another flood. One I lost in the flood. Now I have it back. Dean Martin hits again. Same thing. Eddie Money, Live for the Taking. Now this is just the cover. I just kind of threw this in. My cover has ring wear, and this is still in the shrink, so I'm just going to do a little Frankenstein. Okay, let's get these off here. And Heart, Dreamboat Annie. I've been wanting a really nice copy, and this is like everything about it. The binding's good, the record's fantastic, so you can't go wrong. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to save you your ears, but it's in fantastic shape. Cannot wait to give this a spin. So that's all from that place. My next one, Lionel Hampton. This is from a different record store, or thrift shop. And Count Basie. And this was from a thrift shop out in Newark. I think it's Cal Trader. I think that's how you say his name. I always see this album kind of marked up like for $16, $17. So I just kind of picked it up on Verve Records. Give that a spin. Right or Wrong, George Strait, still in the shrink. Best of Cal Trader. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. These are just nice to have. Little jazz. I originally had this one in my original collection, but a first press. This is a second, I think. Definitely a repress. Probably early 70s. George Jones, Old Brush Arbors. This is Music Core, but it's kind of, must be RCA took over it. Music Core, or maybe it was like a, maybe RCA actually owned Music Core. I don't know. I don't know all the facts. But it's on that 70s, kind of like Dynaflex vinyl. It actually sounds really good. It's nice and shiny still. And I don't think it's ever really been played. I got rid of my other one just because it wasn't in the best of shape. So, there's that one. Do I still want an original? Yeah. The Shirelles, Foolish Little Girl. You don't usually see a lot of these albums at thrift stores. And, I haven't cleaned this one yet, so it's a little dusty, but there really isn't a mark on it. So, usually you see these and they're trashed. Just trashed. Whoop. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. I do have a regular vinyl update coming up, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everybody, probably people aren't going to watch this because they're going to be watching the Super Bowl, so but when you get a chance, I hope everyone has a great weekend and enjoys their night. Take it easy. Peace.